first things first, in order to make our caterpillars, what do we need? Well, number one, lots of different pieces of construction paper. I picked 3 colors for my caterpillar, but you can use whatever colors you have. And then you also want a really big green leaf or a brown piece of paper for a stick or somewhere where your caterpillar is gonna live. Whatever color you want, that's what you're gonna need. You also need glue. I just used a glue stick, but if you've got white glue, you can use that. You can also use tape or a stapler. Whatever you've got at home will work perfectly. You need a pair of scissors. I'm using these ones. If you've got safety scissors, we recommend using those just to keep everything super safe. And then finally, googly eyes. If you don't have googly eyes, don't worry, you can just draw your own on. So you can use like either a pen or a marker or a crayon or a pencil crayon, whatever you want. So that's all you need to be able to get started. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our green piece of paper and we're gonna draw our leaf on it. So you can draw whatever shape leaf you want. It really is completely up to you, whatever you think is going to fit for your caterpillar. So that's mine, and then I'm just gonna cut it out. And I've just finished cutting out my leaf, and this is the one I'm gonna use. Now that I've cut it out, I'm just gonna set it aside so that we can use it later. So the next thing we have to do to make our caterpillar is pick whatever colors we want out of the construction paper that you have and then start cutting out the body. I've already done a bunch right here, so I picked red and orange, and then my last one is gonna be purple. So for my orange ones, I did skinny ones, and for my red ones, I did kind of fatter pieces, and for my purple, I'm gonna find a happy middle. You can pick as many or as little as you want. It's completely up to you, and that's your next step. And if you wanna go crazy with your pieces of paper, you can create your own pattern using your scissors, or if you have silly scissors, you can make your own. You can use those to make different waves and things like that. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one. I think it'll add some fun elements to our caterpillar. Step number 3 to make your caterpillar is to take one of your strips and make it into a circle. You can make it a really skinny circle, or you can make it a big fat circle. And for the red ones, I think I'm gonna do a big fat circle. And then you can the next thing you have to do after you've made your circle is either glue or tape it. I'm gonna tape it just to show you, to make it super simple. And I just tape it on the edge and fold over any excess pieces I have. This is gonna be the bottom, so it doesn't need to look perfect. And that is how you make it, super simple. And for my orange one, I'm gonna do it a lot smaller. This is what they look like next to each other. And again, I'm just gonna use some tape because it's a little bit easier for me because I'm only using one hand. But if you are doing this with your mom or dad or any of your siblings, or you have a little bit more patience than I do, you can use glue and it'll just look a little bit cleaner. You won't have the pieces of tape on the bottom. Then you're gonna go through all of your pieces and you're gonna do that for all of them. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be back with you in a second. What we've done so far is created our leaf. We have cut out our strips and then made them into little circles. And now we get to create the body of our caterpillar. So you can do this in whatever order you want. You can start with the tail and then work your way down, work your way to the head, or start with the head and work your way down to the tail. It's completely up to you. But I'll show you really simply how to do this. I'm gonna move all of my extra pieces off to the side. And I'm gonna start with my big red one, and I actually am gonna put it right in the middle because I wanna start where the biggest point of the body is gonna be. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle of my leaf, and I'm gonna take another piece of tape. You can still use glue, it's completely up to you. And I'm gonna make a little ball out of my tape. Most people have done this before, it's just a little tube, it makes it super simple. And I'm gonna go to where my other tape is already on our loop and put it on the bottom of it, nice and simply. And then I'm going to attach it to my leaf. And that's what it looks like. It's gonna move a little bit, but that's okay, because it's supposed to jiggle a little. And then I'm gonna do orange on either end, because I think that looks really nice. And again, I'm just gonna take my tape and make it into, a little tape ball. You can easily use glue, and I think on the next one I'll use glue just to show you. So I'm gonna take my glue stick, and you can either glue on the body, or you can just glue it on the actual leaf, whatever you would prefer, whatever is gonna be easier for you. And then I'm gonna glue it like that. So that is how you're gonna do it, and this is what I've got so far. And it doesn't really have a head, but we're gonna make a head, don't worry. I'm gonna use my purple one as the head, and I just wanna put it at the very top. I wanna make it really obvious that it's the head, so I'm gonna have it stick up a little bit higher than everything else. And I've actually stacked them kind of on top of each other, just because I think it looks good. You can do, it's totally up to you what you do. And if you find that your body is shifting in some places, you can just glue some of the body parts together. Glue or tape our body parts together. And it's all up to you. If you want it to droop, you can, because caterpillars eat a lot of food, so they might be drooping to eat more food, or you can have him stand up really tall because he's ready to take on the world. It's all up to you. So this is what I've got so far, and the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add eyes as well as some ears or antennas to make it really obvious that this is the head. So the last step for our caterpillar is antennas and eyes. So I'll show you how to do the antennas first. It's super simple. All you need is a skinny piece of paper, and then if you want it ringed, I'll show you how. I recommend asking mom or dad to help you out, because this is a little bit dangerous, but if you are comfortable doing this, this is how you do it. So you open up your scissors and you just slowly pull them across your piece of paper, and that's all you need to do. So I'm gonna glue them on, and then I'm gonna glue on the eyes, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And as I said before about the eyes, you can draw on your own eyes, or if you have googly eyes, you can use them. It really doesn't matter. Your caterpillar can have 2 eyes, it could have 3 eyes, it could even have 4 or 5 eyes. It's completely up to you. That's the thing that's so great about doing craft. And I'm gonna give my caterpillar 3 eyes, because I had 3 googly eyes, so I thought I should use all of them. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we're so excited that you were able to do our craft with us. If you want to share it with us, tag us on Instagram or Facebook. We would love to see what your caterpillar looks like.